Richard, lessons learned. You, as I said at the beginning of the program, you've been involved in this program, not quite from the beginning or perhaps from the beginning, but in the middle of a lot of heavy lifting over there. As you reflect back, lessons learned that you'd like to, communicate out there to the ecosystem.
Yeah, the guests here have so many of them that I might take a little bit while to foot stomp all of them. I'll start with the human element, right? Don't get overextended. I've learned this kind of firsthand. We get a sense from this partnership model that we're with agencies that there's always a emphasis to chase the next new thing, but we don't finish the things that we had started, right? Mm-hmm. So this kind of chasing the next big thing can be problematic in some cases. So, I would say focus on completing manageable chunks of work and then moving on deliberately, as opposed to kind of spreading your finite resources, your expertise too thin, is a huge lessons learned. I would also say in a good way to cut corners, right? Cut unnecessary corners. Jeremy had mentioned SaaS models, right? What we're finding is that in agencies that adopt SaaS services, the time to deployment, the time to operationalization is much more concise. It doesn't take as long to build out infrastructure, to buy things, to physically deliver things. You can get off and running a lot faster. So I'm a huge proponent of that for a lot of reasons. The other one that I want to mention also is enterprise approaches. When it comes to some of these agencies, especially the heavily federated ones, there's this kind of silos of autonomy sometimes that are tough to tackle. And so at some point, you almost are doing 10 times the amount of work trying to get governance in place, trying to make decisions, trying to find strategies and integrate. If you're trying to integrate, for example, 10 different identity tools, much larger effort than doing one that applies to the enterprise as a whole. So I would really kind of focus on that from an agency's perspective as well. Try to get some semblance of a found enterprise approach to your ISCM strategy, not the least of which will help a lot of the issues we've talked about today, right? Data quality becomes easier. You're not integrating from 10 different data sources. It's not one. Skill sets and training becomes a lot more streamlined. It has a lot of benefits, and it's one of those things that we've noticed time and time again, that without that enterprise approach, things become complexities for both technical and non-technical reasons.